there's no one set path, but I think there are certain things where you can't really go wrong. For example, listening to a lot of music, and not just listening in a passive way, but listening in a very active way to music that you love, that inspires you, and trying to break it down, to really think about how the music and the production and the players and the recording and the arrangement serve the song. How do they move the story forward? What's everybody doing? What's the structure? Like really getting inside the songs that you love from a slightly more analytical point of view, I think can be really helpful. And then trying to write, so as an exercise, to templates of songs that you like. When I say templates, I mean taking the structure of certain songs, or taking certain devices and trying to write them is one thing that I think can be helpful. I think co-writing can be very helpful as well, because I think one of the things that you don't necessarily think about when you're starting out as a benefit of co-writing is that you get insight into other people's process by virtue of writing. So even if you feel that fundamentally you are a solo artist, singer-songwriter, and you're like, well, I don't really know, why would I be co-writing? Actually, there's no harm. It can only benefit you when you're starting out to write with other people, because actually you get sort of free access, insight to their process. How do they approach lyrics? How do they approach form? How do they approach structure? So I would encourage young songwriters to really listen, to write to briefs, and to also write a lot with other people. Your only job with a song is to express one particular thought or one particular story, one emotion, one colour. Not every song that you write should do everything that you know or achieve everything you've learned musically or lyrically or whatever. I think we end up putting so much pressure on each song, but actually you have your whole life to write a lot of songs, and each song is going to just tell one story of the overall picture of what you're going to go on to do. So I think that young writers often get very caught up with putting a lot of pressure on each song to express everything. So I think just trying to express one thought and to take your time doing that, and to just finish things, that's a big part of it. I think that if you can finish a song, you know you'll always have another one to write, and just finishing something is an achievement when you're just starting out, and you get better at writing and more confident at solving problems the more that you do it. The best piece of musical advice that I have ever been given is by my mentor, one of the great teachers that I ever had the fortune to study with, a guy called Walter Beasley, who is a saxophonist and vocalist, songwriter. He was formerly a professor at Berkeley. He's also, he tours under his own name, has released many records that have done incredibly well. But Walter was somebody I studied with privately and at Berkeley, and I remember Walter saying, move yourself and then you'll move other people. Or rather, if you move yourself, then you have the ability, the potential to move other people.